Mischief.
What? Huh?
Dove wants to know if you check Discord while you're doing lore.
On occasion, yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Okay, I'm going back to being muted.
Fuck. Ugh. Wonder what made them so mad. Enough to try to kill me at that. Regicide. Laughable, really, if it wasn't already executed. Just need to get back to Elysium. Everything will sort itself out there. Huh? That's new. What in the... Oh. I see. I see now why they were so mad. So, is this a funeral? Crime scene dossier. Huh? What is any of this? What?
If you are listening to this, then you have days left to live. Before you lies the final remains of your royal advisor. You have known him, you have feared him, you have hated him, you have loved him. He brought this lovely kingdom up from the chaos and allowed peace to feast upon him until all his power was gone. And once he was weakened, drained, and broken, Elysium murdered him. Check his anchor if you wish. Not even that can drag him back from a death this absolute. I imagine you understand what happens next. You recall the first masquerade and its fallout. This is your impending end. Miasma approaches from the distant horizon, hateful plagues ready to rend your souls apart and rot the flesh off your bones. She will annihilate you all. You'll be ushered through the black veil of death, and become mine. Unless you find the true culprit first. Below you will find a collection of notebooks, each holding coordinates to an assortment of crime scenes. There you will discover the true nature of your peaceful city, every hidden bloodstain and unappreciated kindness. And in each you will find a clue. A single letter to fill out the hangman's game, a path to the weapon that killed the crooked man. Investigate these crime scenes however you please. Work together, interrogate, turn over stones, and seek the truth. But be aware, the killer walks in your crowd. Survival instinct will drive them to lie, to cheat, to sabotage, and lead you astray. And if you cannot find them by the end, you will all hang together. Welcome to Werewolf's Noose, my most loving game of death. I am Alcatraz, and I await your efforts, one way or another. Goodbye.
Okay, I think we've had enough of that. Okay. 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 I'm going to go investigate a crime scene, whichever one is furthest from here. I don't want to be in Elysium, close to prying ears. Let's check out the garden. Fuck. Ouch. Fucking with the roses. Alright, this is... Oh, great, now I'll just disappear. Everybody's just coming by to see the crime scene, aren't they? I need a moment to collect my thoughts. Good riddance. So, he's permanently dead, is he? I thought I told him he was not allowed to take a break. And I had assumed that that would come with the implications that he was not allowed to die and relieve himself of his duty. But no. Looks like that final shot of mine did him in. Isn't that something? I have no reason in the eyes of the public to kill my royal advisor. For why would I? It certainly looks like the heir. I'll check it out. I have no reason to kill him. My right-hand man, my royal advisor. The man who helped me become what I am today. Why would I need to finish him off, take him out of the world for good? I told him he was not allowed. And yet, there he is, dead in a coffin. Pile of lifeless bones on the ground. The very thing that he used to be before he was my right-hand man. A funeral director, now lying in a coffin of his own. How needlessly poetic. I suppose that Alcatraz knows I did it. I have no reason to doubt that these clues are here to drive me out of hiding. I suppose the only way down is through this. Ugh. Ugh. Thank goodness I have water protection. That would have been absolutely dreadful. No. No, no, no. It's treacherous over here. I want to... This place is awful. Right, let's see. Oh. Why is the world slow today? I don't like that. This is certainly a location. What in the world is this supposed to be? Why is there coagulated blood here? What is the purpose of this place? Bloodied obsidian. Chambers of files of... I do not like this. This doesn't exactly look like a garden. It's not quite there either. So I suppose the neighboring area is it. Ah. Well, well. What is all of this? Gaping pit in the ground surrounded by iron. Strange pumpkins everywhere. What the? Oh! They're weapons. Won't you look at that? Master of Weapons had a little army of his own. Oh, hello. Figured that Soleil was already here. A cruel machine, binding the souls of the thoughtless cattle into an endless cycle of death. Flowing wound machinery harvesting the world's scarlet. An abundance of blood to feed the impulses of a beloved companion. A garden of monsters grown to protect the people. This place was Sleep's reprieve, his sanctuary from the weight of Elysium. A quiet cottage, beautiful colors, companionship without calculation. And yet even here he toiled for you. Collected blood for study to feed angels' violent hunger. You grew crops that turned into sentries designed to crush invaders and manage the blood. Not a moment's rest for the old man. Even when he rested, you were on his mind. I believe that was a rogue creeper. Oh. Yes, he worked ever so hard for me. Didn't he? Blood. For Angel, I presume. It fuels these sentries. They grow from the blood. I wonder what it is that they see as a threat. Surely these brainless mobs, yes, but if one were to say, look at that. I hate nighttime. Of course there are monsters nearby. Is there a fucking apocalypse going on? Why are there so many zombies? Now, is the Enderman preventing me from skipping the night? Yes. Well, all right then. Sleep is gone. Dead forever, it seems. I'll have to check out his anchor when I get home, but... For now, he has worked very hard, hasn't he? He has accomplished a lot with his little cottage, his little getaway. Fueling Angel's hunger, feeding her. I'm only collecting what he owes me. A ready army at my disposal. Kind of a pitiful army if they could only... They died very quickly. But still. They are mine to possess. Now. Draw the disc. Not the disc. Why did I say the disc? Sleep was mine. My assistant, my right hand, my advisor. Therefore, everything he left behind, I would claim. It's only right. Now I have to... Ugh, this is horrible. I assume that there is no quicker way up. Fuck's sake. These people. Good, I'm fucking free of the water. Alright, well, I believe that is arrow and garden done. I've collected my thoughts well enough. I believe I will be of the right state of mind to return. I'll have to go to the Anchor Vault, see what happened with Sleep's Anchor, because this is unprecedented. Last I checked, as long as our anchors are intact, we won't die. The first book said, oh. I'd have to be a fool not to recognize that book was directed at me. Alcatraz knows. Alcatraz knows exactly who did this. Whoever this Alcatraz person is dangerous. Elysium killed him. Suppose not incorrect. I do represent the Kingdom of Elysium. I just didn't expect him to kick the bucket, as it were, entirely. To give up on life when I specifically told him that he was not allowed to take a break. Ouch. Perhaps his work ethic is not as absolute. Excellent. Forgot what floor, next floor. Oh. Well, as I had said before, it's certainly easier to blame someone else rather than me. With the signs all here, truly, Kay is the prime suspect. If not, then someone who certainly hated sleep more than I. I do not hate sleep. He just overstayed his use. I suppose is all. Suppose if that is all of that. Oh, great. Here comes the hard part. Ugh, of course. I hate these doors. Truly, I do. Maybe August was right. Maybe I should have had 2 keys. Having 2 levers would have been beneficial, certainly. I hate these fucking flowers. Ouch. All right. Laboratory. Isn't that close? That's very close. Can I... Ugh, I'm going to kill Angel next time I see her. And now my keyboard is plotting against me. Great. Ugh. Well, this is clearly something. My fucking frame rates. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. There we go. My mouse works. Hello, welcome to the part of the stream where everything has technical difficulties. Sometimes my mouse and my keyboard just decide to not work. What in the... Now this is... unexpected. Whoa! All right. Oh, right. Then why in the world was he hiding this? My mouse does not work again. Jesus fucking Christ. A misplaced sense of responsibility. A desperate rejection of nature, an aching loneliness. A grief arrogantly rejected in the belief that he could truly do anything he set his mind to. A failure, and another, and another, and another. When Sleep first met Stars, he treated them like any other unit, giving them orders, putting them to work, having them patrol. But as time passed and he spent more and more time in their company, the more he realized who they were. He released his grip and gave them everything he could offer, everything they would accept. But it wasn't enough to save them. The toil was long and difficult. He had to reinvent the mechanisms by hand, gather the materials himself, do everything at utmost secrecy. Why? But he did it all in a frenzy, anything to bring them back, anything to offer them back the life they never got to properly live. But as the failures turned from a small pile to a functioning army, the threat his grief posed grew and grew. Before that potential risk could be realized, before he could unleash his steel battalion, he was sent to see Stars himself. Anything for peace. O.R. The letters. What is this? Whew. That is some kitted out armor. Wow. Wow. Goodness.
Like, Lux?
August.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to see stars again.
Well, I suppose if this crime scene has been going on for quite some time, makes sense that you've already seen this.
Yes, is this your, first time going around?
Yes, I'm taking a look at the different crime scenes. I just visited the garden.
All by yourself?
Yes.
Suppose you need time to reflect on everything.
He was my royal advisor. He's fucking
Yes, I'm
dead.
I'm sorry, by the way. I know you two were... I mean, close feels like the wrong word, but
Close
at least
is
closely...
It's a good approximation of it.
Closely working together.
We were close.
This is my least favorite one of these, by the way. Well, I guess my least favorite story. Did you see that bullshit?
I just read it, yes.
Oh, he could only work alone. Nobody would help him in the big, scary world because nobody had any friends and someone was too afraid to admit that they had grown attached to a machine. Not a machine. It had a soul.
Mm-hmm. I can't say that I was close to stars. I've only met them a handful of times. Sleep had a fascination with them. I suppose this fascination turned into obsession, didn't it?
I would have helped. I'm sure most of us would have helped.
He had
I don't even get
lot on his plate.
I don't even get the point of remaking the body. The problem isn't the body. The problem is the soul.
Suppose that's what the double chest full of amethyst is for.
How are you holding up? Would you like some of the worst grilled cheeses known to man?
I really wouldn't.
All right. Well, you know what? This is what I've been eating there. Gluten-free, dairy-free grilled cheese.
That's just
like at that point.
That's nothing.
Yeah, right. That's nothing. It tastes like it sounds.
Did you know that I used to know sleep when I was young?
Before this.
Before this, yes.
Before Haven.
He had helped my father with some, well, requests.
Did that make you upset with him? I know your father wasn't exactly the most stand-up type of guy.
No, he was not. However, Sleep was simply doing his job. When we first met, again, on Haven here, he said that he remembered me when I was young. That I was very small last time he saw me. And now look at me.
I mean, I guess that would explain why he was so familiar to you all the time.
So
and yet you live on, and he doesn't.
I outlive him in the end.
Do you want someone to come with you for the rest of the... All right, it's just, you know, if there are eyes, it's hard to get lost, and it's easier to make sure there isn't any problem, you know?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I can handle doing things on my own, August.
I didn't say you couldn't, Your Majesty.
Right. Well, I suppose I've seen all of this.
Right. Yeah,
If you want to stay down here and pay a visit to your good friend Stars,
Okay.
I won't stop you. Not like I can, it's just empty shells is all it is.
I mean, you probably could stop me, all things considered. If you felt like it, if you had it in your mind to, I'm very easy to kill.
You are extraordinarily easy to kill. And I had assumed that sleep would be hard to kill, and yet... and yet... Have fun
And yet...
down here.
Thanks, I'll be sure to enjoy myself. Good luck with the murders.
Thank you. I hope that the killer is brought to justice.
I hope that it was just sleep working himself to exhaustion. I don't think that's what happened, though.
Elysium killed him. Didn't you hear?
Sure.
This would be useful. I'm not in the mood right now to handle my time. I'm just going to go. Oh. Slay is pitching a little tent. Adorable. I will handle the phantoms. If somebody's going to take care of themselves, it better be me. Oh, well, there they go. Oh, fuck's sake. Goodness. Why are there creepers spawning in the goddamn castle? Oh, no, I know that blue fucking lectern anyway. Just sleep. And I will read this with a clear head. Hello, Lux. I assure you you'll want to read this message from me. Alright, I'm listening. I'll get straight to the point. Miasma is coming for us. For all of us. You saw what she can do at the masquerade. She can do far worse than you will ever be capable of imagining. If we do not win this stupid murder mystery game from Alcatraz, we're all doomed. And so I need to know who killed Deepest Sleep. I need to make them pay. Their death is worth more to me than your life. If you help me find the culprit, I will consider that payment enough to void your contract forever. Only books and tricks. Swear on my soul, you will be free. I will not let my kingdom down. The killer will be brought to justice. It just won't be the true killer. I have a kingdom to run. Like I told August, I could handle this on my own. I can handle ruling Elysium on my own. If they think I can't, they have another thing coming. dossier. Chapel. Visited the laboratory, the garden, the arrow. All that's left is the chapel, the caravan, and the basement. The chapel is somewhat close. I believe I might know where that is. Where is she? Oh, she's up there. Not my problem. Despite it all, I didn't expect to kill Sleep permanently. Bit unusual, but... I'm just mad that he found a loophole around it. I did not let him go. I did not let him take that vacation, and yet he whistled his way into rest eternal. Would you look at that? How... Do not speak ill of the dead, I suppose. We're heading in the right direction. Yes. And then which direction? This. Well, the paths are certainly the easiest way to get there. Good to see Koda out and about. Ah. They've overshot it a little bit. I did collect these pearls from the Enderman in Sleep's little cottage. I'm not a very big fan of him keeping things from me, to be perfectly honest. There we are, now we're on the right path. I believe. Just have to walk around Moth's little village for that. Well, looks are about right. How do I get down there? That's a path. Circumnavigation is a talent that I have. Ouch. I was about to say that clinging to vines is also a talent, but... well, I didn't completely break my legs from that, so I'll take that as a win. Negative 185 of 5. I need to head this way. Hi, chat. I did not retain out all the directions to get here. I'm literally just navigating by coordinates. So good at this.
Cringe!
I'm trying my best, Moth! I'm trying my best! It's okay, I'm here. Everyone is so mean to me all the time. What do you mean you stood where I needed to go? I didn't see you. I saw no one.
That's because literally everyone in Haven except for Citadel has, like, negatives to their fucking perception stat.
I have a good navigation sense, but for some reason it just, like, didn't, like, process. Anyways, whatever. I'm going back in character. Don't shout at me. Everyone is so mean to me all the time. What is this place? Looks like the place to go. Touch that.
Hello?
Hi.
Kingla.
Didn't expect to see you here.
I used to live here.
Did you know?
So you heard?
I heard. I saw.
Hmm.
Hard not to.
Sorry. I know that you spent a lot of time with him.
He was my royal advisor. Of course I spent time with him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yes. Well, I'm going to be reading this, so if you could. He genuinely wanted to protect them. They were kind, helpful, willing to trade and barter and sustain him. They were aware they had seen things, important things. Sooner or later, they would share what they knew when they were ready. He wouldn't pressure them, only protect. No matter the conflict that arose, and once the vault was discovered, interestingly vanished. They were safe. As if. They were massacred by a grieving bird. The truth was never spoken. Their faith died with them. Left with nothing but their empty homes and silent graves, sleep made their killer pay. Feathers clipped and wings burned, Jackdaw was released to carry her sin on her back. But that didn't change his failure. No matter the walls he built or the warriors he recruited, he couldn't protect them. All but one. The faith. You're just going to stand there, listening.
I already read it, so.
I'm sure. Say you used to live here.
Before Haven, I think.
So you used to live here.
I don't know what you mean.
Did you live here, or is this where he lived?
Oh, no, he came from a much colder place.
So this is actually your place of living. What did Sleep call this place again? Butterflies.
Yes.
Is that him in there, then? The final villager.
I can't speak villager.
Well, neither can I, so...
A language is dead once there are fewer than 2 speakers.
Shame. Have you gone to the crime scenes already?
Yes.
What do you make of them?
I think it's the kind of dramatic gesture he would have done.
It definitely has a flair for theatrics, yes. That part is undeniable.
I'm sorry, what?
His dramatic flair is undeniable.
I think that... Can I tell you something?
Humor me.
Oh, you hit me anyway, so... I think mostly I'm relieved that he's gone.
Are you now?
I wanted to believe he could be a good friend, but he wasn't one. And he hurt people that I loved, and expected that he mattered more than everyone else, that he should always be prioritized. Felt betrayed when that didn't happen. I think that, in a way, whoever killed him didn't really kill him, they just made him stop moving.
Well, I think that's how people die. they stop moving and they don't move anymore. Or they fade into dust into the wind. That's how mobs usually work.
Is that a threat?
I could help you find out.
You can't. Not today. When this is all done, you can tell me. But there's something I need to do.
What would that be? Is that the thing that you were talking to Captain about?
No, that was private business.
It was in a public chat. Hardly private when you're not even using private messages.
It's still none of yours.
I'm the king. Though I suppose you are not a citizen.
Whoever is the target this time is going to need protection.
A target? You mean the...
Whoever this game points towards,
the killer? You mean?
if we want to say that.
Alcatraz stated that Sleep was killed by Elysium itself.
Like I said, I think he worked himself to death.
He did look rather haggard. And yet, this Alcatraz person believes that there is a prime suspect. A prime killer, somebody who dealt a final blow. At least that's the implication.
I think it just made him stop moving.
I suppose. Tell me, what are the letters you have found so far if you've been to all of the crime scenes?
ROATL.
Huh. Interesting. I'm curious. They're not signed.
They're not?
They're not.
That seems like an oversight.
Truly, it does. I wonder what'll happen if I just...
Could you... If you wouldn't mind not pointing that at me, please.
Why should I care? I'm going to go visit other crime scenes.
Alright.
Oh, are you coming with?
I don't have anywhere else to be.
Moth.
King Lux.
You may assist me with this, but if you Speak a word of this to any living soul. I will drive this iron sword through your heart. And I do mean your heart.
As long as it's after this is done.
You have a real tenacity, don't you, Moth?
I don't know what you mean.
Just won't let fucking go. I'm sorry, Anathema. I didn't mean to hurt you too.
He wants to protect you too.
I want you to be free. I don't want you stuck here. I can't even properly speak to you.
King Luck?
Yes.
I want to help. If there's anything I can help with.
I'm sure you'll be wonderful help. Why don't you take me to this caravan? I don't think I know where that is off the top of my head. Make yourself useful for once.
You know I built the tree farm, right?
That's the reason we first met. I remember.
Right. It was so long ago.
Feels like it's been years. I believe it has.
And I replanted the fields down there.
You do a lot, and yet... What? Huh? Did they? Who is the Ivory Warrior? Well. You know what that's about?
I'm sorry, what?
You know what that's about? You know what the fucking Ivory Warrior is?
I don't even know what an elephant is.
Alright, well, that was fucking pointless. Let's go to the caravan instead.
I didn't like you when we first met.
I didn't like you either. Suppose that stings true for now.
You were arrogant and entitled, and you didn't really have any plans beyond it'll just work.
It did.
And then I talked to sleep. And Sleep said he was building a kingdom of monsters.
Well, it would be foolish to build a kingdom of humans. Very, very few of the population of the entire server is even somewhat.
He said he wanted to determine what everyone did, how they felt. Control everything.
If you're insinuating that there is some shadow rulership, sorely mistaken.
I'm insinuating that I think he was using you.
He wasn't. And in any case, he's gone now. I've succeeded him.
You have a lot of freedom now that you didn't have before.
I do. All that's left is to convict the criminal, the one who doomed Sleep to his eternal slumber. And Elysium is all mine.
Who do you think did it?
The likely answer is someone who despised him. I checked his anchor and there was slime everywhere. So Kay is not out of the question, for obvious purposes. How the fuck do you get in here?
You don't go inside, it's down here.
Oh, I see. Ow. What the fuck? This. What? In the world? What is this?
I assume the book can explain it better than I can. There's nothing in the chest.
I noticed. When he first woke up, he was confused. He was alone, in a strange place with no explanation. This was his spawn area, wasn't it? The greatest I'm sorry?
Sleeps?
I believe so. He has mentioned this once or twice. But the greatest concern of all was the weapons. His wares, his work, his lifeblood, gone. Snatched in the night, hidden right under his nose. A digger Crojul dug this hole and dumped the arsenal he snatched from the caravan inside, waiting for sleep to wander away. You've seen the power of these weapons used against you in the slime war. And when the beast was contained and the truth forced to the surface, every arsenal was emptied and reclaimed. Now those weapons follow him to his grave, lost behind the black curtain. Behold, deepest sleep's greatest sin, being born as the spectre of war. T.
Are you able to come up through the water?
With great difficulty. I would prefer not to.
If you can pillar up, I can take out the water.
Yes, I can pillar up. Despite it all, I didn't actually see anything there to take or look at or anything. It was kind of nothing.
Are you protecting someone, King Luck?
I'm not protecting anyone. I'm just seeing what will happen. Sleep was my right hand. Therefore, everything he left behind, I can claim. It's only right.
I never wrote a law covering possessions of deceased people. I should do that.
I don't think we know many fully deceased people. Haven prevents us all from dying as long as our anchors are intact.
Oz is dead. Whimsy is dead. Stars is dead. Sleep is dead.
suppose the established rules are breaking. Anchors are intact, and yet bodies are unmoving. People are not here. It's a curious thing.
Where to next?
The last place remaining, the basement.
We chose the two farthest away from each other to go to.
Unfortunate. Do you have any suspects in mind, Moth? What about
I'm
you?
not going to tell anyone. What?
I'm asking Anathema now. What does he think of this whole situation?
I'm sure he'd think it was stupid.
You say, I'm sure he would, like you're not actively keeping him. Well, I don't want to say hostage, but
A lot of words and a lot of running around that doesn't need to be there. It's not his style.
back to your original question. You said that whoever the killer must be, it's someone who it would make sense for them to finish off Sleep, make him stop moving, as you've put.
I don't even know that it was on purpose.
Perhaps.
I have encountered more accidental deaths than you'd think.
Accident or not, someone finished off Sleep. Killed him for good, laid him to eternal rest.
It's so sunny out.
How long is left
What do you
on
mean?
our little murder mystery game?
It's
long
not
do we
that
have?
far. Oh, how long do we... I don't know. I'm going to try to be prepared soon.
I think we all should. I suppose by now, most of Elysium, most of Haven itself, have heard the news. Werewolf's News. What an interesting name. There aren't any
I think
werewolves
it's because...
on the server.
I think it's a metaphor.
Is it?
Because a werewolf can hide among the crowd until forced to show itself. It's down the brick path.
Of course it is.
Do you know where we're going?
I've been here before.
Can I ask why?
Friendly visit.
The book there says that Ren was resurrected there.
When did they die?
Some time ago, it seems.
Certainly don't remember them dying. Suppose I will see for myself when I read the book.
Why do you know this place?
Like I said, I've been here before for a friendly visit.
You went directly to the basement. You didn't stop to check which room it was in.
The coordinates said that they were here.
You were checking them that meticulously while you were walking.
What? The...
This isn't how it looked when I was down here.
Oh. Okay. You said this was not here before.
Was it here when you came down here?
I haven't been down here. When the two of them came into the funeral parlor, he was already grieving. They did not ask for a funeral, however. They asked for resurrection, for they could not stand the death they had witnessed. The first bore the knowledge, the arithmetic of how to repair Ren's body and recapture their soul. The second bore the guilt of having led them to a cold, biting death. These sleep led the ritual, and while Ren was very different from his own kind, the leftover blueprints and lingering love he found in this place, he was able to make them whole once more. Ren lived on. But there was a cost that had to be extracted, a debt that had to be paid, a butcher's share. His sense of justice demanded consequences, and so the contract was formed to keep Ren safe, to serve justice, to punish and bind and bring consequences to the murderer of childish innocence. A contract that promised agony if broken, a contract Sleep knew that the murderer, in their arrogant need for self-perceived control, would inevitably break. A contract that has long since been broken, with punishment hanging silently over the guilty. The guilty broke free from half of the contract when they turned on the one who bore knowledge, who helped bring Ren back. The guilty tortured and mocked and brutalized and killed until the victim relinquished hold of the contract. After that, only Sleep was left to uphold their punishment. And as Sleep lies dead.
King Luck, are you alright?
I'm fine. Fine.
I understand why you wouldn't want to tell me the truth. But you don't have to tell me. And I'm not going to tell anyone.
Good.
I won't let her hurt you.
Her. Who?
I think you know.
Please. Anathema. think any less of me. What Moth's
Why would
source?
Anathema think any less of you?
I wasn't talking to you.
When this is over, when you're safe, you can do whatever you want to me. I'll submit to it.
Well, you know.
Just survive. That's the only thing you have to do.
Of course.
That's the only price I'll ask. Survive. And you can kill me if you want.
Of course I'll survive. Elysium will live on, and I, as its king, will live on as well.
Is that a promise, King Lux?
Yes. Not just a promise, that is a fucking threat.
You don't need to threaten me.
I'm not threatening you. I'm threatening her. Do what you must. I will survive. And then I will have him back. He'll come back.
I'll lay my head down for your sword if that's what it takes.
Like I said, you're quite tenacious. Still, whatever happened in that basement, that is new. I'm concerned what that could mean. I don't know and you don't know, and I'm unnerved by everything down there. To be honest. Oh. Ugh, why am I in the water?
Do you want a copy of Far?
Suppose I'll take it.
Can I ask one more favor?
Me?
When he comes back, if I'm never going to come out again, please find a way to kill me properly.
I will. This kingdom will be perfect. It'll be much better without parasites infesting it.
He said something similar, and he was wrong. Perfection isn't a thing you can attain.
It's something to strive for still.
If you only ever have your eyes on the target, you miss what's around you.
Yet you were the one complaining that I started this whole thing out with no goal.
No. The problem wasn't that you started with no goal. The problem was that you did have a goal, and you didn't know how to get there.
But I did.
And the rest of it wasn't your fault. The main thing I thought about you when we first met was that you were naive.
Naive.
You've grown, but you've also been stunted in some ways.
Stunted.
I'm sorry. I just mean that you weren't given enough room to grow as much as you could have.
I've grown plenty. I've
But
grown
you're
into a
still
fine
naive.
king, haven't I?
You're still naive, and you were being used until the end. And I hope,
Being fucking used.
and I know Anathema is listening, and I hope he takes this to heart and helps you. Because you don't deserve any of this.
How the fuck did you go?
I'm going home.
Goodbye then. Suppose. Thank you for accompanying me, Anathema.
You'll
Moth.
have my axe when the time comes.
Good. I'll keep my promise.
And I'll keep mine.
I hate you, Moth. All right, then. I'm sorry, Moth, for making you late to book club. Oh no. I'm sorry. There are a lot of things. Oh my god. Fine. Pieces of armor. Fine. If anything happens, I need to see this for myself. All right, not now. Getting in is the easy part, it's getting out that's difficult, apparently. Good riddance. Still looks normal. There's something. Oh, fuck's sake, it actually worked. Ugh. Who needs 2 keys anyways? Somehow... Moth... I'm not worried about them knowing. I'm somehow not. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but... something about it. I appreciate Captain typing out innocent whistling into our communicators when I could have just heard him myself. Lovely move there, Captain. Still, I cannot take any chances that anybody knows that it was I. Nobody should know. Absolutely no one should know. There are... I must take no risks. None at all. From what happened earlier, and from what I suspect, I have an inkling of an idea. If things don't work out, I promised to stay alive. I did, so I must. If worst comes to worst, I drearily hope it doesn't. No one has proof. No one has actual suspicions. There's suspicions on much more suspicious people. Duke Crojul, Aster. Well, even Navin. They wouldn't suspect me. No one could, and no one would. My right-hand man. My advisor. The man I was closest to. The one we were supposed to confide in, but... He kept many things from us. From me. He kept too much. I don't like it. Well, suppose this Alcatraz person laid it all out in the open. I'm not afraid. They won't be able to guess. Simply mess up a couple of clues for anyone that is still searching. Sounds like Moth has already gone everywhere. And, well... Desperate times come for desperate measures. And we're done. Oh, my back. Oh. Yeah, I'm deafening. Alright. Hi, guys.
Hi!
Hi, Moth. Hi, you were amazing.
You were amazing.
What? Hold on. Dove is chasing me back into the game.
Oh, okay.
Go on then, Dove. What do you have for me? I was finishing off stream. What are you doing? Oh, what? What? Hold on. What are they looking at? The one spawnable block in Elysium.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you know how many hours Dove and I spent spawn proofing?
Too many. Oh god.
Also, chat, you should know that my cat was extremely polite and came to meow at me after I muted.
Oh my god, so polite.
Yeah, like literally like within a minute of me muting, she came and she was like, meow. And I was like, hi, I love you.
Hello, which one was it?
Gusha.
Gotcha. There we go! Yay! Throwing rotten flesh at the innocent, heckling them. Well, we did it! Ow! What the fuck?! Did you
Incredible.
do that?
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to end my stream.
Yeah, good lore. Thank you for letting me join.
Yeah, thank you
Bye,
for
everyone.
coming along. This was so fun.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you all for coming along. Is there anybody live right now? I don't think there's anybody alive right now, so I'm just gonna do a hashtag silly little end of stream. Alright, thank you all for coming by, lore. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later.